Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been searching for the perfect aesthetic that captures both romance and rebellion, you're in for such a treat today because we're diving deep into the grunge indie boho look that's absolutely taking over this fall. This aesthetic is having such a major moment right now. It's all over my For You page, and honestly, it's the perfect marriage of everything we love here on this channel, that romantic feminine boho energy mixed with edgier, more rebellious grunge elements. It's kind of like if your favorite vintage band tee met a flowing maxi dress and they just absolutely fell in love. So grab your favorite drink, open your Pinterest and Notes app so that you can remember all the style inspo you're about to get and make yourself so comfortable because we're covering everything you need to know to master this gorgeous and unique aesthetic for fall 2025. From key pieces to styling tips to where to shop on any budget. First, let's talk about what this aesthetic actually is because I know it can sound a little overwhelming when you put all three words together. Essentially, grunge indie boho is taking that free spirited romantic boho foundation that we all know and love. Think flowing fabrics, earthy tones, and artisanal textures, and giving it this beautiful, rebellious edge with grunge elements like leather jackets, combat boots, and that perfectly imperfect lived in feel. What I absolutely adore about this trend in particular is that it celebrates imperfection. It's not about looking perfectly put together, it's about looking authentically you with a little bit of edge and a whole lot of soul. The indie element comes in with those vintage band tees, thrifted finds, and that I don't try too hard, but somehow I look effortlessly cool vibe that we're all secretly dying to achieve. So, why is this particular aesthetic absolutely perfect for fall 2025? Well, according to fashion forecasters and what I'm seeing all over social media, this is literally the moment for this trend. Different designers like Chloe are leading this boho revival with their gorgeous flowing fabrics and intricate lace, but social media is giving this an amazing edgy makeover. On Pinterest, searches for edgy boho outfits have skyrocketed by 40% and Moto Boots outfit by 445% just in early 2025 alone. Plus, there's this whole indie sleaze revival happening. That carefree, slightly chaotic 2010s aesthetic is really coming back in full force. And when you blend that with modern boho, it creates this perfect storm of romantic rebellion that just feels so right for where we are culturally right now. Let me break down the key elements that you need right now to nail this aesthetic. Flowing maxi dresses and skirts, but look for ones with very interesting details like a lace trim or subtle distressing. Vintage band tees or graphic tees, these are your best friends for layering with this aesthetic. High waisted jeans, especially flared or wide leg styles. Peasant blouses with romantic details. Leather or faux leather jackets and moto jackets, especially. Combat boots or chunky boots. Think Doc Martin vibes. And of course, distressed denim pieces, flannel shirts, and all sorts of different things for layering. Fringe details, bags, jackets, anything with movement, layered jewelry, mixed metals, and mixing metals are totally fine here. Flowing cardigans or kimonos, wide brim hats, woven textures, and earthy tones. Thrifted or vintage pieces, band merchandise, quirky accessories that I found this treasure at the flea market energy. The color palette for this aesthetic is absolutely dreamy and perfect for fall. We're talking about rich earth tones, which are already trending, burnt orange, deep burgundy, and forest green, classic neutrals like cream, beige, and chocolate brown, moody darks like black, charcoal, and deep plum, plus warm metallics like gold, brass, and copper accents. The key is mixing these warm, earthy boho tones with those darker, moodier grunge colors. Think a flowing cream dress with a black leather jacket or a burgundy velvet paired with distressed black denim. Now, let's talk about how to actually put all of these looks and pieces together because that's where the literal Pinterest magic happens. Start with a flowing midi or maxi dress in a warm earth tone, maybe that gorgeous burnt orange or a deep forest green. Layer a cropped leather jacket over it, add some chunky combat boots, and finish with layered gold jewelry and a fringe crossbody bag. This is giving major I write poetry in coffee shops, but I also know how to change attire energy. Take your favorite vintage banty or that one that just kind of looks vintage and tuck it into high-waisted flared jeans. Add a flowing kimono or cardigan, some ankle boots with buckle details, and layer those bohemian accessories. This look says I probably know all the words to obscure 90s songs and I also collect vinyl records. Layer a mesh or lace long sleeve top under a band tee or graphic tee. Pair that with a flowy maxi skirt and add that essential leather jacket, combat boots, and a wide brim hat. Complete this perfectly imperfect ensemble. For your fall days, start with distressed jeans or a denim skirt, add a cozy oversized flannel, layer a cropped moto jacket over that, and finish with combat boots and a beanie. It's comfort meets rebellion in the most beautiful way. Here are my top tips for nailing this aesthetic. Don't be afraid to mix textures, leather with lace, denim with chiffon, metal with natural fibers. The contrast is what makes this look so incredibly interesting. This aesthetic is not for the minimalist girlies. Think multiple necklaces, rings on different fingers, maybe a vest over a tee under a jacket. More is more here, but make sure you're doing it in a thoughtful way. This isn't necessarily about looking perfectly polished either. Embrace that lived in, slightly wrinkled shirt, worn in boots, hair that looks like you just ran your fingers through it vibe. Invest in your accessories. A good fringe bag, layered jewelry, and the right hat can transform any basic outfit into this aesthetic. Wear that splurge leather jacket with a thrifted band tee or wear designer boots with a vintage jean skirt. It's all about that effortless mix. What I love about this aesthetic is how beautifully it transitions through the seasons. Right now, for fall, we are focusing on those richer colors and heavier textures. But as we shift into winter, you can layer in cozy sweaters and put tights under dresses and bring in deeper, moodier tones to bring this aesthetic into the winter. Now, let's talk about where to find some of these pieces we've been talking about without necessarily breaking the bank. Your local thrift stores and vintage shops are going to have all of this. Online secondhand platforms like Depop, Poshmark, or Vinted. Free People, obviously. Urban Outfitters, and then Anthropologie, another one of my favorites for more high-end pieces. Target has really cute boho inspired lines and budget-friendly options. Invest in some Doc Martens or head to a thrift store for authentic leather jackets. ASOS has cute, affordable moto jackets. You who, like me, follow a more modest fashion principles, this aesthetic is actually incredibly adaptable. So here's how to make it work. First of all, layer those short sleeve band tees over long sleeve tops or a sheer kind of mesh look. Choose midi or maxi lengths for skirts and dresses, which is really easy. Use cardigans for additional coverage and opt for higher neckline tops and dresses. Layer tights or leggings under shorter pieces. Here's the thing that I want you to remember as you explore this and every aesthetic. It's not about copying someone else's style perfectly. It's about taking these elements and making them authentically yours. Maybe you're more drawn to the romantic boho elements with just a hint of edge, or maybe you're like all about that grunge energy with just some boho softness sprinkled in. Both approaches are completely valid and amazing. The most important thing is that you feel confident and authentic in what you're wearing. Fashion should always be fun, it should always be expressive, and it should make you feel like the best version of yourself. Okay, I am just so obsessed with this grunge indie boho aesthetic for fall 2025, and I really hope that this video has inspired you to experiment with the look in your own wardrobe. Remember, you don't need to be completely overhauling your closet every time you want to start a new aesthetic. Just start with one or two key pieces and see how they make you feel. Maybe it's a fringe bag added to your existing outfits or a leather jacket that you can throw on, instantly edges up your favorite dress. I would absolutely love to see how you style this aesthetic. Please tag me on Instagram at Sincerely Lovely if you try any of these looks, and let me know in the comments below which element of this trend you're most excited to try. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Subscribe for more fashion and lifestyle content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, loves.